Hello, beautiful one. Hello, beautiful one. My name is Kamla Marie, and I'm here with you today to share with you that I have written a book. It's right here, and it's called Awakening with Cancer, Awakening from Cancer. 10 years ago, I was faced with a cancerous condition in my body, a breast cancer, and I was 33 years old. I was a mom. I had 3 small boys. And immediately I had to completely reevaluate my whole entire life, my life situation, how I was living my life, how I was prioritizing everything in my life. And I also had to decide how I was going to get through having cancer, the kind of treatment that I wanted. And yeah, and I really had to start focusing on myself, on my body, and on my own inner truth. So the cancer really brought me into a state of being where I had to become more aware of myself. And I was not very aware of myself in a deeper sense of the word. I was busy. I was a very stressed out human being. I was busy working. I had a job, I had to make money, I had a house and a loan and cars and everything that is normally what you want to achieve in your life and what is supposed to define your happiness in life. But I was not happy. I was very stressed out and I was very far from my own self, far from my own truth. And so I became imbalanced. I had so many emotional unhealed trauma that I did not address. I was not eating right. I was not giving myself the space to relax and to rehabilitate. So my soul and my physical vessel was constantly being drained. And I was not able to nourish myself enough to sustain a healthful inner environment. I've written a book about it, and in this book, there is more than one thing. First of all, I tell my story. I'm sharing my journey, how I was feeling and perceiving life as I was going through this thing of being faced with cancer and having to walk into the healthcare system and dance with them. And I also am sharing my emotions around it, being an empath. This is really what is on my mind and in my heart, to communicate to humanity how important it really is that we address our feelings, that we express our emotions, and that we allow ourselves to be in the truth of our emotions and not oppress, suppress it, and hold back on our original condition in the moment. To me, that's very important. So I'm sharing about my journey here. And I'm also questioning the healthcare system and its approach to this imbalance that we call cancer. How are we treating cancer? What options do I have as a patient coming into the system? How good are we in the system and in society at really helping our fellow citizens heal also from everything that follows the cancer. Let's say you get the chemo, you get the amputation of the parts of you that were infected with cancer. Then what is there for you after that? Is often depression, anxiety. For some of us, it's also PTSD, some sort of traumatization, and also still the emotional unhealed issues that we carried with us through our cancerous condition that was never addressed while we were being treated with chemo or whatever, because in the healthcare system, they only take care of your physical body, your somatic symptoms. They don't address your emotional body, your mental body, or your spiritual body. The spiritual body meaning and being your soul, which is your higher self and your divine truth. So how do you get through that? How do you heal all that follows? I am addressing this in the book. Also, the third thing I'm doing in this book is I'm talking about sound and sound healing as a tool to more self-awareness and more balance, inner balance, and more awareness and better health. As a sound healer, I work every day with sound and feel its effects on my body. And I see it in my clients, how effective sound is as a tool to express what's hidden within you and to also discover and draw out what may have been hidden from you and what was dormant in our subconscious layers. Sometimes stuff happened to us when we were children, and it's not something that we walk around being totally aware of, maybe, but using sound as a tool and the different methods around sound healing, this is actually possible to actually get this repressed emotions and all this trauma into the light and give it sound, and also to sound into that with a positive intention to change it into a more healthful and a more balanced pattern. So this means that we can actually cellularize, I call it. We can insert it into the cells, the patterns that will heal and bring us into balance. When I'm healing with sound, I use my voice. And in my book, I also talk about how important it is to know how magical your voice really is. Our voice is our tool of expression, and our voice is directly connected to our emotions and our heart, and thereby also our soul. So maybe you have tried this. Maybe you have experienced that if you're really sad about something, your voice is more like this, like, oh. And when you talk, you can really hear that you're coming close to crying now. And sometimes we can control it, just like I'm manipulating now my voice into this demonstration. But this is really a clear sign that our voice is directly connected to our emotions. And the emotions are really the soul language. It is our soul's way of communicating to us what is really going on inside of us. And the more we become able to really listen to our soul and our inner voice, the more we can access and express in the now what is going on in us. And this is healing. So I'm describing all these things in this book. And right now, as you can see, it's only out in Danish because this is where I reside and live right now. But we are currently working on translating this beautiful work into English. So all of you, my beautiful English friends, family and souls can also get access to this knowledge, which is really my own heart wisdom that I have obtained from walking the path myself, from living this life, from being a cancer patient into being a true warrior, and to really learning about liberating myself through my voice with sound. So stay tuned. You can check out my website. I'll leave the links below the video here. And you can check out all my websites, my videos, and my Facebook pages. And you can keep yourself updated as to when the book is out in your language. Thank you. Have a blessed day.